All right, let's see what today's topic's going to be, gentlemen. Pokemon 20th anniversary. I'm getting too old for this shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Media Clash Podcast. I'm your host, Franklin Sizemore. Alongside me today is Johnny Bernardo.
Franklin, I choose you.
I love that you would choose me. But today, we have a very special guest, which is why I'm not choosing you, Johnny.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I choose you, Tyler Loy, from Weekly Metal Reviews.
I guess that's my Pokemon noise. I don't know.
That's your Pokemon... Alright, Johnny, give me your Pokemon noise. Yeah! Oh, wow. This is kind of similar to mine.
I don't know if this is Pokemon or Sexymon or what the hell we're doing here.
I don't know. We make really stupid noises sometimes here on the Media Clash Podcast, and you have to suffer through them. Because, actually, you don't. You don't even have to listen to a damn thing, but you are.
Don't turn it off, please.
Yes, bear with us, because this is the Media Clash Podcast. Today, we have a very special episode. Normally, we talk about all kinds of movies, TV, and games and shit. But today, we wanted to dedicate this episode to something very special to all of us. Pokemon. Because it's 20th... Yes, gotta catch them all, motherfucker. 20th anniversary is coming up here on the 27th. Depending on whenever you're listening to this, it may or may not have already happened. So... hopefully editing goes well and we get this released before then.
It will. I've learned my lessons. Plural.
Well, I hope.
Yo, really quick, are you guys picking up any of the OG games on the eShop?
Yes.
1, 2,
I
or
am
all
not.
3?
Oh, all 3, baby. All 3.
Really? Wow. Nice.
Franklin, like we
Gotta
talked
catch them all.
Yeah.
Franklin, like we talked about earlier, I'm still running with the Game Boy SP. If I'm gonna get those games, I want the cartridges. I want to rock the cartridges.
Well, I have the Pokemon Blue cartridge laying around somewhere.
Dude, I had the most I ever played a Pokemon game was Crystal, like 267 hours I specifically remember, and I thought I had it, but I cannot find it, and it pisses me off. I still have my Game Boy SP, don't have the charger, but anyways.
Fucking love the SP.
We'll get into that.
Hey.
Dude, that thing's awesome.
Fun fact. Your DS charger will work on your SP.
I tried it.
Really?
It's either, it did not work. It's either
It didn't work?
It's either, the charger just didn't work, or my SP is just totally fucked.
Which
wouldn't
but
surprise
the charger fit in like it should work.
Yeah, it did.
You know
Well,
what?
then I think your SP's just fucked.
Your
That's
SP
probably it.
Your SP might be dead because my SP came from my wife that she had a while ago, and it was just lurking in her house when she moved out. And I took it, and the battery cover was like pushed out, so I just took the battery out, bought a brand new battery, and charged like nothing.
Yeah.
So you just probably just need a new battery.
Cool.
Dead handhelds.
Yeah.
Pokemon isn't dead though; it's still going strong. Just a quick thing, like let's talk about how we grew up with Pokemon and how like it stayed with us over the years. So, let's give it to the guest right now. How have you like grown up with Pokemon, like, and how do you like maintain that kind of Pokemon fandom?
Pokemon was one of the first games that I really ever remember getting into. I remember getting Pokemon Yellow, and I remember playing it, and I was really confused because I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was playing on a Game Boy Color, and then one day I made progress, and everything clicked, and it was off from there. And then mostly my addiction to to Pokemon, you can say, came with the second generation with Gold, Silver, and Crystal, mostly Crystal. But I remember literally Frank and I trading our games, in elementary school, and like, dude, take my game, look at what I got, all this, that, and we would play each other's games and then bring it back, and we would talk about Pokemon all the time, our little group of friends in elementary school. We were so cute. But
yeah, we were.
But
little Frankie.
But that's how I got into it. I remember playing the third generation, the fourth generation when they came out, and then I completely fell off of Pokemon, mostly because I didn't have a DS at the time, and I kind of actually fell out of gaming a little bit at that point. But then when the fifth generation rolled around, my friends all started to get back into it, and then I got back into it as well. So that's me. But you guys?
All right, Johnny.
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so when Pokemon came out, that was like, I was at the prime age. I don't remember what age it was, but I was definitely at the prime age of it, to the point where I remember seeing the commercials and I had no fucking idea what it was. I think it was Blue I started off with, and had it on the Game Boy or Game Boy Color, whatever it came out on, and it was all about the playground, all about the link cable, getting, doing the little tricks so that you can get all the extra rare candies and all that kind of shit, and just battling people, you know what I mean? Like, whoever had the link cable was God. And then I remember when the cards came out, and the cards, I remember all the bootleg cards. So if you couldn't afford the real cards, you bought like the 1 pack for $1 cards, and you can tell that they weren't real. But yeah, Pokemon trading, just the cards itself was fucking huge back in elementary school. And yeah, same thing with Tyler. I fell off pretty much after Yellow. I didn't really get into, I played a little bit of Gold and Silver, but I didn't really get into it. And then after that, I just fell off it. I played Stadia, played Coliseum, or all those other things, but when it comes to like the full-fledged games, I haven't really played a full one in quite some time, actually. I'm hoping to get the 3DS off my buddy Matt sometime soon, and finally, you know what? I can't do that because they only let you keep one save file, so who knows when the fuck I'll play it. But yeah, it's all about the original game and the trading cards for me, and the trading card Game Boy game. That was fucking clutch. Frankie?
Oh, well, I grew up with Pokemon. It was like the first like real, like Tyler, Pokemon was like one of the first real games that I like got into and started playing like hardcore. Like, I'm not sure if you considered it hardcore, Tyler, but I considered it pretty hardcore how much we played Pokemon.
It seriously was. All of
Baby's
our games
first
had
RPG.
hundreds of hours on them. It was pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah. I remember my Pokemon Sapphire. That was the one that I played the most of, and I had like, I want to say 320 hours on it. Yeah, that was. So for me, I played Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Crystal. Though I played those two, but I didn't play them nearly as much as I played Gen 3, because I feel like Gen 3 was when like it clicked for me, where I was like, oh, I really like this style of gameplay. I really like this kind of simple JRPG kind of stuff. But it was a lot of fun for me, and I just really enjoyed it. But then I fell off after Generation 3 and didn't really get back until recently in Gen 6 with X and Y.
I gotta play those ones, man. Honestly, I haven't. It's a whole new thing to me. Like, see the ice cream Pokemon and all that kind of shit. I don't know it anymore. Maybe I've been away from it too long, and I won't get it anymore.
I was kind of the same way before I bought a DS and got into Generation 5. I thought, look at some of these Pokemon, they're so dumb. And, some of them are legitimately dumb, like, I don't even remember the trash can one and the one that's like a gear, like, no, those are dumb. But there are some actually really good ones. But when I saw Pokemon finally going to 3D, I shit my pants, and I just knew that I had to play X and Y. And those games were, and still are, really, really good. I mean, even me and my buddies that that was 2-3 years ago now, we would stay up till 4 a.m. It was like we were little kids again playing X and Y. Those games are really good. I also remember I never played Stadium at all because I never had an N64. I did play Pokemon Snap, which is an incredible game.
Yeah.
I don't know how well it would work today, but at the time, really cool game. But I really loved Pokemon Pinball, the Ruby and Sapphire version on the Game Boy. Oh, I played that game forever. That was a really fun game.
Did those ones come with the Rumble Pack too, or is that just the original Pokemon Pinball?
That was the Ruby and Sapphire version of it.
But did those ones come with the Rumble though?
I'm not sure. I don't remember because it's been so long ago. I just remember
they
Ruby
didn't.
Sapphire.
That's what was awesome about the original one, because it came in that weird cartridge and it fucking rumbled with you. That was, and you not playing, man. I tried to play Pokemon Snap not too long ago. Nope, doesn't hold up. Does not hold up, not at all. Yeah. And Stadium, like if I guess depends on when you came into Pokemon, but with Stadium, like having only the Game Boy version and then having everything just come to life, like that was some crazy shit back then. To have that.
I really enjoyed Pokemon Coliseum and the XD Gale of Darkness. I loved those games. I don't know how other people felt about them, but those were some of my favorite Pokemon games.
How did XD work? Because I think I rented it for my cousin once, and I didn't get it.
It was basically like, forget everything you know about how Pokemon games usually operate. It's like it was more of like a story-driven one where like you have your Pokemon and there's opportunities to catch these other Pokemon, but you're not going to catch them all. The objective isn't to catch them all. You're working through a story here.
So it was technically a console Pokemon game then?
Yes, it was a console Pokemon game. But it was on the GameCube, and we all know how many GameCubes sold.
So would you say that we already got our console Pokemon game?
Not the one you want.
Considering it was like so far, like it was GameCube era, I don't think that counts anymore, because I don't know. It doesn't, because console games back then weren't that much more expansive than handheld games now.
So Franklin, maybe that would bring us to our next topic then.
Yeah. Oh, so since a lot of these Pokemon games that we've been playing have like, they really haven't changed all that much. Do you think what do you think the future of Pokemon is going to be? Do you think they're going to try to stick with this model, or do you think they're going to try to adapt, make something new, maybe something on the NX?
X gonna give it to you.
I
don't know, man. Like they kept the same formula and they've just improved it over the years. I don't see them really deterring from it too much, right? Like it keeps working. Now they've made the models, they've upgraded the graphics. I'm sure they've done more things that you guys can tell me about because I haven't played them. But I mean, look at a game like Ni no Kuni, which was basically Pokemon, right? Like that seemed like the natural evolution of it. So why they can always do something like that? But I feel like Game Freak and Nintendo are gonna just want to keep doing that because it's what works. They don't want to take I mean, they've done the console ones, but they're not real. They're not real experiences. So I think they just want to go with what works.
I don't think that you'll ever get that Pokemon MMO or, a full-fledged, basically 3DS version of Pokemon on a console. The only way I see that is if the NX is kind of what the rumors are leaning towards, and that's a handheld / console type thing. And then Nintendo kind of drops the 3DS and the Wii U, and then that's all they had. Then I can see that. But why would they, hurt the sales of Pokemon by putting it on a console when it sells like crazy on the 3DS or whatever handheld they have? I mean, look at Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y combined. They've sold like 25, 26 million games. I mean, that's just outrageous. Do I want them to do a full-fledged console game? Of course I do. I think that they're the possibilities just go through the roof with that. But I see Pokemon just kind of doing what it does. I don't see it. I see it getting deeper because X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they're deeper games, but they're still Pokemon games. Like, I don't see the gameplay changing that much. I really don't see much changing. They want to keep that addictive gameplay loop of going and capturing Pokemon, training Pokemon, battling with friends, trading with friends, all that. So I think it kind of just stays course unless Nintendo themselves completely change direction. That's just my opinion.
But if they put Pokemon on a console, like if they put it on NX, people are gonna buy the NX just to play that Pokemon. Just like people buy DS just to play Pokemon.
If
you know what I mean?
True.
If it's a real Pokemon game, not a Coliseum or a stadium or anything.
That's what I was gonna say. If it's a real Pokemon game, then yes, I can see that totally selling well and selling a lot of consoles. But if it's not, then I don't see it doing as well as the handheld games, mainline handheld games.
Do you have a Wii U?
Yes, I do.
Have you played Xenoblade Chronicles?
I have not. I really want to. But
Only reason I asked is because this just came to my mind. Franklin, since you started playing, you'll understand. Could you imagine not with the battle system, but just imagine that the way you've explored in Xenoblade, and imagine that as Pokemon.
Yes. That's actually a point I was going to bring up.
Did I just blow your mind?
No. That was a point I was going to bring up,
okay.
And I kind of got disappointed that you brought it up before.
Sorry. So it didn't count. No, it came from your mouth.
Well, so you've played Xenoblade, Tyler.
I've seen Xenoblade be.
So you see how like expansive
the
world and how the world is living with all the creatures and stuff like that. Yeah. So imagine that with like Pokemon,
Would be sick.
But like, yes, but as like, here's my idea for a console Pokemon game.
Nintendo, are you listening?
Nintendo, listen to me. I'm gonna give it to you.
Gonna give it to you.
So, take Xenoblade, like that adventure feel you get from Xenoblade, but as like for Pokemon, you can capture all these Pokemon that are out in the wild, and you can train them and all, but it's not a turn-based game. Instead, when you choose your Pokemon, you play that Pokemon in kind of like, say, how Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy 15 looks like it's going to play. Like, you play as that Pokemon, and you fight in that way.
Like the trainer will be off to the side, and you'll have the Pokemon just running around in real time type thing. Is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. And then
anything like that works.
I guess you could like pause to switch out or whatever, but
kind of like Ni no Kuni, where you have the guy separately and you can fight with him if you want, but for the most part, it's just the monster that's fighting.
Yeah, but in this case, it's just going to be the monsters fighting. You never see a trainer punch a Pokemon.
No, I know. No, but like once you start exploring that game more, you'll start to see it more. Like I just thought about it now, but like and obviously there won't be mechs and stuff, but maybe there'll be like a little safari jeep or something that you can drive around, or a little bicycle. But if they could make a world like that, I can't even begin to fathom the possibilities.
Yeah, Pokemon just has so much potential to be more than just this turn-based strategy game.
It does.
And they just haven't explored that enough.
I agree with you that it has way more potential, but Nintendo and Game Freak haven't really explored its potential, and for 20 years it's kind of just done the same shit over and over again, at least in the core series. So that's why I personally just feel it won't change. But your guys' pitch of a console Pokemon game is incredible.
It's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Hopefully Reggie Fils-Aimé is listening or something.
Hey, if you're listening or watching this, can you please tweet to Reggie and tell him our idea, please? We've never had any.
Just tell him to watch this.
Yeah, just tell him to watch this. Fast forward to this time spot, and yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him, guys.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Go tweet at him. Tell him to watch this time spot with hashtag Frank's gonna give it to you.
Yes, I am gonna give it to you, Reggie.
What do you guys feel about? I know it's not a console, but Pokemon Go. I know that the developer that's making it, apparently their last experience wasn't as good, the last game they made, but I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't just do the same game with a new shell. I feel like they might have learned from what they did in that other game, and maybe they're gonna make it better. I feel like Nintendo wouldn't have gotten to bed with them if they didn't have a good idea either.
Yeah, it's a mobile game. That's all I got to say about it.
Hey, it's gonna be free to start, so at least we can try it out.
Hey, my expectations are capped.
Oh, mine too. How about Pokken Tournament?
That was going to be what I was going to bring up next.
Okay, sorry, sir. Go ahead.
So, since we were talking about console Pokemon games, I know it's not necessarily a Pokemon game, but it's a Pokemon branded game, fighting game, Pokken Tournament. So what do you guys feel about that as like a Pokemon fighter? It's kind of weird how they have Pokemon in Smash now, but now they're having a Pokemon fighting game.
Well, first of all, why didn't you just call it Pokemon Tournament? We get it. It's Pokemon and Tenken. We get it. But like Pokken, like that's just confusing. Okay. I think it looks pretty good though. I know Pokemon's in Smash, but Smash is a very different kind of fighting game.
Yeah,
it's not a Mortal Kombat or a Street Fighter at all. Like that isn't. I don't even consider it a fighting game. It's. I mean, I love Smash, but it's just weird. It falls under like. I don't know, maybe Tyler, Frank, maybe you guys can figure out what it falls under. I don't think it's a fighting game, but I think Pokken Tournament, I think that's a legit fighting game, and a lot of the moves I've seen and a lot of the gameplay I've seen makes it look pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the very little I've seen of Pokken Tournament looks pretty cool, and one, it looks neat. It looks like it can be a really fun time to play with friends, and two, it's a Wii U game that you don't get too many of them, so I'm pretty interested in the game. I was on GameStop.com just looking at random stuff, and I saw the box art, and I'm like, cool.
He's like, pre-order.
Pick it up, and Shadow Mewtwo looks pretty sick.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn cool, and then. I don't know how I feel about that, like Luchador, Pikachu. It's like Pikachu and Guacamelee. It's just I don't know
how many
I
do you
feel about that.
You guys probably know more about the game than I do. How many Pokemon are they gonna put in it?
Oh, I do not know. I'm not sure.
And do you guys know if
Stumping
is there gonna be anything like evolution? Like that would be cool if they had evolution like like you start the fight as Charmander and then you evolve into Charizard, just skip a gen and just go straight to Charizard or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll research this quick.
That would be pretty cool. Like if they that would be something that would stick it out. You know what I mean? Like where you can evolve on the spot.
Okay, so I have it up right now. There's a list here. They have Charizard, Pikachu, Pikachu Libre,
Just have one
Machamp,
Pikachu.
Gengar, Mewtwo, Suicune, Sceptile, Blaziken, Gardevoir, Garchomp, Lucario, Weevil,
What?
Chandelure. Yeah.
Chandelure.
I'm just gonna make a quick little.
Braixen,
Okay,
and Shadow Mewtwo. Yeah.
What?
Franklin. I'm gonna have to say that 60% of the words you just said sounded made up.
Hey, it's Pokemon.
Honestly,
Fuck you.
is that what like the next generations happen? Like those names are fucking. Oh my god.
Hey,
Anyway,
Johnny, shut the fuck up until you play a new Pokemon.
I will. Okay. You know what? I'll go play a new one tomorrow. I promise. I'll start with.
You don't
Gold
even
and
have a 3DS, do you?
No, I'll start with Gold and Silver.
Fuck you.
I gotta go back to the beginning, man.
Nice.
I gotta go back.
Why Chandelure is in Pokken Tournament, I have no clue. That is beyond
Please-
me.
There are so many cooler Pokemon than that.
Is
That's
Chandelure
just
just a giant chandelier?
Basically.
And how
It's like a
how do
ghost
they
Chandelure.
miss the epic matchup of Hitmonchan and
I
Hitmonlee?
know. Like, what the hell?
How the fuck do you miss that?
Well,
But I'm not sure if that's a complete roster or not.
Yeah, who knows?
It can't be. That's too. I mean, that's at least it's maybe it's because they're trying to get like more obscure people because the popular ones are in Smash, right? But I don't know. Maybe there's what 700 Pokemon. It's hard to get them all, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't need two Pikachu's. It's like Ryu and Evil Ryu. It's like enough. One.
I don't.
Ryu.
All right, I'm not sure about how you guys are going to feel about this, but recently I felt like their mascot of Pikachu has become dull and lame.
Guys, Detective Pikachu.
I just think that is so lame that they're just fucking whoring out Pikachu to all this shit.
He is a little slut, isn't he? Or she? I don't even know what it is.
He, I guess, from Detective Pikachu. I don't know.
You saying a detective can't be a woman, you sexist pig?
Well, then why is everyone asking for Danny DeVito to voice Pikachu?
Well,
Who
if
said that?
Pikachu is a he in Detective Pikachu, does he have a big dong? Do you guys think?
Is he like Paddington Bear?
Where is he hiding it?
He's like this. He's like,
What color? Do you think his dong is the same color as the rest of him?
Yeah.
I think his dong is just a giant electric bolt. It's just like.
You think it's all like it is all angular and shit?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think we should talk about Pokemon this way
No.
for much longer.
Reggie's gonna turn it off if we do.
So I don't know. I guess we could turn this to the typical Pokemon topics. What's your favorite Pokemon and why?
Tyler, you go first. I'm going last.
Oh man, there's so many that I like, but I think the one that always got to me, I don't care if it's a legendary Pokemon or not, but Suicune. Because Suicune was the first Pokemon I ever got to level 100 in Pokemon Crystal. I was so excited when I caught it. I think its design is really, really cool. And I think it's just a super effective Pokemon. I've always been a water-type Pokemon dude. I've always chose the water starter Pokemon first in all the games. And, you know, Suicune's probably one of the best ones out there. So if I had to pick just one, I'd probably go with Suicune from Generation 2. But there's a couple other ones that I really dig. I really like Lugia as well. Let's see here. Sceptile is really badass.
He's a pretty. He's a baller.
Yeah, Skarmory's pretty rad. There's a lot of really good ones, but I'd have to go with Suicune. How about you guys?
Oh, well, this isn't going to come to a surprise to anyone who knows me. Shuckle. Shuckle is my favorite Pokemon.
Shuckle will take a shot for you.
Dude, Shuckle is the fucking biggest bullet vest ever. He's like, look at his defense and his special defense. He'll fucking turn a battle on its head. Unless you have a steel type, then I'm kind of fucked. But other than that, if I can use Toxic on you and just, like, bide my time with Shuckle, you're gonna die of poisoning before you can even get Shuckle to half health. Also, he's a pretty cool-looking dude. I like Shiny Shuckle because it's blue.
I'm just like, I'm just gonna stick with the original cast. Just a bunch of them just came to mind. I'm not gonna say a favorite. It's just gonna be a bunch of honorable mentions because I really don't have a favorite. It's been way too long. When I was younger, Mewtwo was the shit because he was the most mysterious one and the hardest one to get, and then he was in the movie and that was badass. So if I had to put a favorite, I'll put Mewtwo. But yeah, honorable mentions. Gyarados.
Oh, Gyarados.
He's just fucking badass.
Yeah.
Geodude because he's a fucking rock with fists. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. He's a rock with fists. Not his his evolution doesn't matter shit. Golem or whatever doesn't even matter. Geodude, rock, fists. Like, he means business. That's it. Like, I'm gonna punch you. I don't have any special attacks. I'm going to punch you. Let me think if I think of one more. I'm just trying to think of a silly one. I always liked. No, that one wasn't. Was that one in the original, or was that one made for the cartoon?
That one was in the original, and its evolution was in Gen 2.
Oh, okay.
Togetic.
I was gonna think of, for some reason, what's really coming to my mind is what was it? Abracadabra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was just like a badass. He's like, I got spoons. I can make you cereal.
Hold on. It's Abracadabra and Alakazam.
Alakazam, that's the
clear.
one. Yeah, that's the last one. Because he was just so badass. He had spoons, you know? Just saying, he had spoons.
Oh, I'm gonna throw this out there. I picked Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur is awesome.
You mean like out of your top 3 Pokemon?
No. You know how everyone like fucking gives Bulbasaur so much shit?
Yeah.
I picked Bulbasaur. Like, you can fuck off. I picked Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur's it was my pick for Gen 1.
Okay, fuck it. Fuck, man.
Dude, you can't go wrong with Bulbasaur.
When you really think back and you just look at the original 3, they're all fucking badass. Like, look at Squirtle. Squirtle's a cute little fucker. I mean, Wartortle is a fucking creepy asshole. Actually, when you think about it, if you go back to the original 3...
Wait. Wartortle's like your like older brother who was like doing drugs in high school and was like, yo, little bro, you gotta try this shit, man.
Yeah, Wartortle was the guy that had like the dirt mustache. He had like the Justin Bieber mustache where it's just like barely a mustache. That's
Yeah, he's trying to sell you like Adderall or something in the hallway.
but like think about this. Think about the second evolution of all 3 starters. So there's Wartortle is just a fucking creep. What's Bulbasaur's next one?
Ivysaur.
I don't remember what he looked like, but he's most likely a creep. And then
No.
fuck
off.
No? Let me look. Okay, and then while I'm looking up that one, what was Charmeleon? Yeah. Okay, fine. I would say Ivysaur was the most legit because he just looks like an improved version. So he's all right. He's not creepy. And Charmeleon, I think that Charmeleon was like the bully in school. So yeah, Wartortle wins for creepiest fucker. He went from the cutest little guy to the creepiest fucking asshole. Selling you drugs.
I have to give a shout out to Dragonite and Zapdos.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck Dragonite.
I think out of all 3 of those legendary birds from Gen 1, Zapdos is definitely my favorite. Dude, so many of the starters are so badass. Like for Alligator from Gen 2, all the ones from Gen 2 are pretty good.
I remember the alligator guy. I don't remember his name, obviously, because I called him the alligator guy, but I remember him now. Ooh, another honorable mention. Snorlax.
Snorlax is cool, yeah.
He's just fat, lazy asshole.
Ampharos.
Yeah.
Ampharos was one of my favorites.
Now we're just naming Pokemon.
Yeah, we're just naming Pokemon at this point. What the hell? So did any of you guys like watch the Pokemon movies growing up?
Yes.
Just the first one for me.
Oh, hold on. I need to look them up because I watched them all up to a certain point and I want to get the names correct. So, Frank, you can go.
I've only watched the first Pokemon movie and then Destiny Deoxys, I believe it was called.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Tyler, I was telling Frank earlier this week that when the first movie came out, I don't know if you guys were into Pokemon when the first movie came out in theaters, but I remember going to the theater and they would give you a Mewtwo card or like an exclusive card at the like when you bought your ticket.
Yeah.
Like those are I think they did that for a while too. I think like the first couple movies when they came on the theater, you got a ticket with your stub. They don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah.
I got a Mewtwo card. You want me to grab it real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my Mewtwo card out here.
Yeah, let's battle. Let's battle right now over Google Hangouts.
Yeah,
We're gonna battle.
I watched them all up to Destiny Deoxys. That was definitely the last one I watched. But I would have to say my favorite, while the original Pokemon movie is really cool and it's really sad at the end, Pokemon
It's pretty dark, too.
2000 is badass, dude.
Wait, which one's Pokemon 2000? That one sounds familiar
that
too.
That one has the 3 legendary birds Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, and then Lugia. That movie is so badass. And I remember the third one, Pokemon 3, the movie, with Entei in it. I had that on tape, and then my
shit! I did watch that
tape
one
got
on
all fucked up, and I was
VHS.
so pissed. But yeah, I watched them all up to. So I remember the one with Celebi, Pokemon Forever, and then Pokemon Heroes, Latios and Latias.
Oh,
and
look
then
at that
Pikachu.
fucking card.
So
Dude, that's some sexy shit right
I'm
there.
gonna show it to that camera real quick.
That probably cost you a pretty penny.
No, I pulled it out of a booster pack.
Wow. How much is that worth, do you think?
I haven't really looked it up. I'm not selling.
My local comic shop has like the Charizard where it's like fully holographic and stuff, and it's like $150.
Ooh.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, I'm starting a collection of Pokemon cards. Like, I started recently, like, towards the end of last year, I started buying booster packs, and I've got a few pretty badass cards.
I still have I don't have all the cards that I had. I kind of regret that I don't have all of them. But I have all of the like holographic ones, the shiny ones.
Oh, yeah.
So I have probably 100 maybe. I have them in a binder because I don't want to get them all fucked up. But really quick on Pokemon movies, there's a new one coming out July 16th, 2016. Volcanion and the Ingenious Maganera. Volcanion is a new Pokemon.
wow.
The newest one.
It's a mouthful.
Oh, is that the new one that was revealed a few weeks ago?
Yeah. And then
Oh, I
there's one
don't,
that
I don't,
came out
I don't like that design.
2015, Hoopa in the Clash of Ages. Hoopa's a legendary one as well. A new one.
What is he, a fucking basketball net?
Yo! Throw some
Hoopa.
hoops.
So.
Oh man,
Frankie,
Fucking
what's next
Pokemon.
on the topic for Pokemon? What do we got?
hold on. I don't think we have another topic really. I mean,
This has been another episode of the Media Class.
hey, that's my job, fucker, and I'm not ready yet.
No, I know. I'm just fuck. Okay, well,
I mean, there was a question that we got on Twitter. Hold on, let me pull it up.
yeah, we have our first Twitter question.
It was something about generations, I believe.
Was it someone we know?
yeah.
Do you guys know who Dave Martinson is?
Dave Martinson tweets at us and says most overrated and underrated by generation.
Oh shit! Thank
Shit, I
you.
can only
At
do the
Most
first
overrated
three.
and underrated generations. I am assuming that's the question.
No, overrated and underrated Pokemon.
Pokemon?
by generation. So we'll start from the first generation, and the rest of them are up to you.
Okay.
So most overrated, I think we'll just. I'm not gonna say overrated, but overpopular is probably Charizard.
I don't know.
No,
Ah.
I mean I love Charizard, but I'm gonna say like he's well. I guess Pikachu's technically the most overrated because he's the poster boy.
Yep.
But who would you consider as underrated?
I think that would be my pick for at least Gen 1. Pikachu. Overrated for sure.
And how about underrated?
Underrated Gen 1. I'm going to give a shout out to Dugong. I don't think Dugong gets enough love. Everyone wants to use Lapras as their ice water type.
Yeah.
But Dugong is my bro. He was my dragon killer.
Trying to think of another underrated one.
I'm going to give
Trying
a
to
shout
think.
out to Tauros. Tauros is very good Pokemon. Very much enjoy Tauros. About Gen 2, Frank.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gen 2.
You guys are.
Well-
I'm just gonna go Gen 2, whichever category you want to put him in. Alligator guy, whatever his name is.
Overrated. I want to say Tyranitar. I think it was.
I can
I
agree with
think Tyranitar was just stupid.
Tyranitar.
Tyranitar looks super cool, but he's actually a little bit weak, in my opinion. Like, I have him at a pretty high level in my Pokemon Y, I believe, and it just seems to always get his ass kicked. Underrated, I'm going to go with a starter that no one really talks about at all, and that's Chikorita.
Chikorita? Yeah.
Up to the evolution of Meganium. Awesome fucking Pokemon. Love Meganium. No one talks about Meganium. It's always like Venusaur and then Sceptile, you know. No one really talks about Meganium. Makes me sad.
Oh, well, underrated in Gen 2. I want to say, alright, so I want to say Shuckle because that's my favorite.
But always comes back to Shuckle.
But I think there is a group of people out there who appreciate its defensive capabilities. Another Pokemon I want to give a shout out to as being underrated, Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo Kuda.
Yeah. I can maybe see that.
I just feel like nobody gives a shit about Sudowoodo.
Sudowoodo. What does he look like? I gotta look this guy up.
You're gonna laugh a little bit, but I mean,
Pseudo Wudo.
look at his type.
Oh my god, like his name, it's this guy, he looks like a fucking Nimrod. Like, what is
He's a rock that pretends to be a tree.
Are these pom-poms? Is he a cheerleader? Those are pom-poms. He's a cheerleader. He's like,
God.
Subudu, 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 Subudu. I don't know why I was doing this, but I was.
Alright, so I guess we're moving on to Gen 3.
Yeah.
Overrated in Gen 3. Oh, shit. I've got to say the legendaries in general are overrated in Gen 3.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one.
Well, okay, not Rayquaza. Rayquaza is pretty boss.
I'll agree.
But I think Kyogre and Groudon are just not
I disagree.
particularly great.
Groudon is a fucking beast, bro. I disagree with you on that. If you say the legendaries, except those three, are overrated, like...
Oh yeah, Latios and Latias definitely overrated.
And the Reggies, the Reggie-Ice, Reggie-Steel, Reggie-Rock...
Oh
they're
yeah.
kind of overrated, I believe. Just not that great, in my opinion. Never really used them that much. Underrated...
But why did they have so many legendaries in Gen 3, though? Why did they have to have so many?
If you want to look at a generation, say, why is there so many legendaries? Look at Generation 4, bro. Generation 3 is not
okay.
bad.
Okay. All right. So, are those your overrated picks, or are you going to pick something different?
I want to look here, but my underrated pick, I'm going to go with Whale Lord for Generation 3.
Really? It's just a health dick.
But that's the thing. It's like Shuckle, except more powerful. It's a fucking beast in terms of health.
It's a huge dong full of health that you can sap with the Skeptile.
No, there's too much.
I just
health,
love hearing
bro.
these names.
Too much.
Oh
health.
my
I love
God.
Whale Lord.
Oh man. Well, shit. My underrated Pokemon, Absol.
Yeah.
Asshole?
Yeah, Absol's cool.
Absol is... I don't know. I just really like that Pokemon a lot, and it's not a bad Pokemon.
No, definitely not.
It's just nobody talks about Absol.
Yeah.
It's like that kid in the corner that you just kind of ignore.
Asphalt?
Absol.
Add salt?
I'm gonna salt your dick and munch on it if you don't shut the fuck up.
Alright, well, it won't take you too long, so don't worry about that.
Gotta give a shout out for Gen 3 though. Salamence is awesome.
Yeah, Salamence is legit awesome.
Do you guys literally have knowledge of, like, every fucking Pokemon, eh?
I do, yeah.
I have knowledge through 1 through 3, spotless knowledge 1 through 3.
The rest is like a drunk person's night before.
The rest is drunk.
The rest is Monday. Alright. Well, is there any more gens, or did we get them all?
Do you want to do Gen 4 through 6?
I mean, Generation 4 is kind of the worst generation in my opinion. Like, there's too many legendaries, and the Pokemon just are kind of not the best. And then they took OG Pokemon, like a Magmar, and gave it an evolution or an Electabuzz, and completely unnecessary shit. So I don't really dig a lot of Gen 4. I will say that Rampardos is pretty rad from Gen 4. I'm just trying to... Oh, and Garchomp and Lucario as well. But if you want to say a generation has a lot of legendaries, I'm going to try to pull them all up here. I'm going to label off all of the legendary Pokemon in Generation 4. Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Regigagas, Giratina, Cresselia, Fione, Manaphy, Darkrai, Shaman, Arceus. Arceus is the most broken Pokemon in all of Pokemon. Generation 5 is incredible for the most part. Superior is probably behind Sceptile, the coolest grass starter. All the starters in Gen 5 are incredible. I highly encourage people to play Gen 5. Looking at it, you'll go, a lot of these Pokemon look really dumb, but they're actually really cool to use, really fun to use.
What game is Gen 5 again?
Black and White, and then Black 2 and White 2.
So why did they do Black and White and then Black 2 and White 2?
I don't know. It's the only mainlines, the only generation to have true, legitimate sequels.
Was it like legit a sequel, or was it just the same game over again in the same region but with a different story arc?
I believe it was the same region but different story.
Okay.
All right.
So Gen 6, I know a little bit about Gen 6, but not enough to make a call on it.
We had to say, Hoss.
I don't have anything to say about Gen 6 because I only have cursory knowledge.
Gen 6 they added it was out of all the generations, it was the one that got the least amount of Pokemon added to it, which kind of makes sense. I mean, you got to start running out of ideas at some point. The starters are all pretty cool. Greninja's probably the coolest, but there's some alright Pokemon in Gen 6. I would say it's better than Gen 4, but the legendaries are kind of really disappointing in Gen 6. All there was is Xerneas and Yveltal and Zygarde. Well, I guess they've added 3 now. Diancie, Hoopa, and Volcanion. Volcanion is fire and water.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all.
Fiery water.
Hoopa is psychic and ghost, and Diancie is rock and fairy. Oh, yeah, that's right. In Gen 6, they added the fairy type Pokemon.
Oh yeah, not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of the fairies?
Especially when they retroactively changed other Pokemon's types,
Yeah, I agree.
like Azumarill and Marill.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with them.
I will have to say that the one thing that's frustrating me about the 20th anniversary of Pokemon is how they are handing out legendary Pokemon that you have never, ever been able to catch in the game. Like Mew. You have never been able to catch Mew in the game unless you glitched the shit out of one of the versions of the game. And now they hand you a level 100 Mew for fucking free. And you put in a code and you have it. No. Basic game around Mew. Mew is badass. Mew is cool. Or, basic game around it. Or some type of, little cool adventure in the game to go catch it. Don't just fucking give it to me. Every Pokemon that you ever wanted that's a legendary, they're giving out for free.
Yeah,
the kids get it easy nowadays.
It's kind of frustrating to me, personally.
That's something that I don't understand is why Nintendo hasn't tried to make DLCs for these Pokemon games. To go out and get these mythic Pokemon, make it cost $5-10.
Maybe
for
that's
this
next.
DLC.
That could be next.
I don't know.
What is next for Pokemon? What is next? What is coming in the next 20 years of Pokemon?
This year, there will be a Pokemon game called Pokemon Rainbow.
What the hell is that going to be?
I don't know. I saw some rumor of someone saying that they found some release list or something for Nintendo, and it was said Pokemon Rainbow, which I can totally see them calling something Pokemon Rainbow, honestly. So that's 100% a rumor, though. But I do really think that we'll get a mainline series entry this fall. But the next 20 years, I think they will stay course as they are now. I think they'll be adding more Pokemon. Hopefully they're cool. But unless
No more ice cream cones?
What'd you say? Sorry.
No more ice cream cones?
I hope not. Maybe they'll get into Dorito Pokemon or something.
Oh, yeah, they'll do a sponsorship with Dorito.
Yeah. A Taco Bell Pokemon.
Tacomon.
But I don't see it changing unless Nintendo changes course with their hardware. or Nintendo and Game Freak actually get bold and want to do something new, which I feel like they have to soon. You know, whether it's that game that you guys were talking about earlier on a console or just something fresh. But I think in terms of the mainline entries, I think still for the next 20 years they'll probably be the same. It'll just get deeper, hopefully, and I want Pokemon to get deeper because it is a super simple game. But if you make it deeper, then you know everybody's going to have a vastly different experience, and that's pretty cool. Games that are simple but really deep are really cool, like Pokemon and Rocket League.
Yeah. Like Pokemon. Franklin, what do you see in the next 20 years?
I am praying that I'm right and they'll make a console game in the vision of mine, and they'll listen to me. They'll contact me, and I'll be the creative director for that Pokemon. No, I'm kidding. They're just going to keep on pouring out the same old stuff until it doesn't work anymore, and then they'll have to adapt.
Yeah, exactly. They'll make a first-person shooter.
Fuck that.
What the hell?
Like a Pikachu Commando game.
No, you
Yeah, that's next. After Detective Pikachu, Pikachu Squadron or something.
you play a first-person shooter where you shoot Pokemon.
No, that's Kojima's next game. It's a Pokemon stealth action game. Oh god, that would be awful. I also see them continuing to do movies. They'll just keep doing movies. I think that the movies are good for being Pokemon movies. And TV show, I haven't really been keeping up with the TV show, but
Yeah.
as long as there's kids who are going to watch it, they're going to keep putting it out.
They'll just keep having a new generation of kids watching it.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't just start playing reruns of the old stuff.
Because they'll be like, this is old.
I saw that the first season of, I think the first original Pokemon show is on Netflix.
It is on Netflix. It has
Yeah.
been for a while.
A few of them actually are. A few different iterations are, I think.
Just discovered it. Got pretty excited about that.
Johnny?
I'm just pretty much everything you guys said. Like, they got, after 20 years, they can keep doing it, but eventually sales are going to start going low. People are going to start getting tired of it. They got to do something new. You got to, I know that you're doing a mobile game, and you've done the console games. Like, do something different. Like, really shake it up. You know what I mean? Benefit the people that have been with it for so long and just really shake it up. I don't know how, but even if they're going to keep it on Game Boy, do something different. You know? And they're trying that with Pokken Tournament and games like that, but like really try it, because when it came out, it was pretty revolutionary for its time. So like, let's try something different here, guys. Come on.
One
yeah.
thing really quick that I've always criticized Pokemon on is the end game. The end game always kind of sucks, you know, unless you're like super hardcore into Pokemon. But you know, you just kind of beat the game. Then there's maybe a couple legendaries that you got to get, and then you train to level 100, or you try to get some shiny Pokemon or Pokemon with sick ass IV stats. You know, just give me more to do in the end game after I, you know, beat the main campaign, you can call it, I guess.
Yeah.
But that would be nice, and I hope that they change that. They almost did with X and Y, almost, and I almost shit myself, but it didn't really work out though.
Fair enough.
You know, guys,
Yes,
I
Frankie?
want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
To catch them is my real quest. To train them is my cause. Well, that has been another episode of the Media Clash podcast. You guys still love Pokemon, right?
Yeah. Original.
I don't know. I think I'm done playing Pokemon now.
Oh, fuck you.
Nope, I'll probably be playing this weekend. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's be real with ourselves. We'll probably be playing Pokemon until it really sucks.
Well, there we go.
So, this has been episode... We didn't even mention the episode number at the beginning, did we?
No, but it's a Pokemon special. Who cares?
It is a Pokemon special, but this is going to be a numbered episode.
Yeah.
Correct?
Episode 14.
Yes, it is. This is and has been and will forever be episode 14
The first ever.
of the Media Clash podcast. It is the last 14th episode of this podcast, and maybe the last podcast that we ever do. Let's hope that isn't the case.
It won't be.
Come back next week,
I don't know though,
and we'll
man.
discuss TV, movies, and video games.
This one was really good. This would be a good one to end on.
Was
This
it
is-
worth $1?
I would say this one's worth $1.
Especially since it doesn't cost $1.
Yeah. Well, you can find Tyler at wherever he says.
You can follow me on Twitter at Weekly Metal. Let me back up and use my English words. At WMR Reviews _ for Weekly Metal Reviews. I don't really use my personal Twitter anymore for reasons. But you can tweet at me there, and I'll probably tweet back at you. It don't be like those fucking turds that follow you and then unfollow you. I don't understand that. But anyways, that's besides the point. Or you can follow me. YouTube.com/Weekly Metal Reviews if you like music and games and movies.
Yeah.
And you can also find Mr. John S. Bernardo, or Johnny Bernardo. I just kind of spilled the beans, didn't I?
You did. At John S. Bernardo. All across the board.
Yeah, that sounds really good. You got that single username across the board. Well, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at the Arctic Sloth. You can also find me on my website, ProjectSlothamGaming.com. I also have a YouTube channel which doesn't have a custom URL yet. I'm working on fixing that, so just keep an eye on my Twitter for any time I post YouTube videos. This has been the last ever episode I ever do with these. No, just kidding. This has been the Media Clash podcast. I hope you enjoy, and until next time, be well.
Bye.